All right. Great. So, guys, good afternoon. On the verge of being good afternoon. So, really nice to see you all here. I know you could have been anywhere else in a busy schedule, but you made sure that the priority is given to your career aspiration. And therefore, you chose to be in this domain, in this forum, so that we together can explore and throw some light, okay, onto what are the various aspects, what are the various opportunities in the European segment, and why I am talking about Europe today. I could have been talking about Canada, Australia, Singapore, Hong Kong, Middle East, but why Europe? There's a very specific reason that I'm actually catering to Europe today, and that I shall disclose it while I'm on the go. But before that, just give me guys in a chat, yes, if you guys are able to hear my voice, able to see my screen clearly. Please guys, just so that there is no short breaks to and fro. If you guys are able to hear me, see my screen, please give in the chat yes, please, all of you. Great, thank you all of you. Perfectly. And we will have a protocols following because I have invited very few people here, so I would request you to have your videos on as well, okay, so that I could see you guys. And try to connect from your laptop preferably, so that you guys can see. I shall give you certain things to do so that you can do that, also perform it, okay, because serious things we are going to talk about your career. So uh, it's not one of those sales webinars that I'm gonna, nothing to sell you guys here. Let's make it very clear from beforehand only. Nothing to sell, there is no sales pitch, nothing. I'll be surely sharing my knowledge with you so that you guys can go back home, ponder over it, and go over from that. Okay. So do not expect that at the end there'll be some timer clicking in and blah blah blah. Nothing of that kind. This is really like a professional, like you have your official meetings, similar in that way. I shall kickstart. But yes, if in any case you are confused, you want our help, you have our career website, you have our WhatsApp, you can connect with us. All right. Cool. So let's start ahead. Before starting, let's set the agenda right, who this is for. Okay, so this webinar is specifically for the folks who are corporate professional guys. Okay, not for everybody. This is sheerly for corporate professionals, people who are in IT, non-IT domain, finance, marketing, sales, but who have worked in an official domain. It could be field work, it could be sales, it could be, tons of things, but not for skilled labor. No, this is not for that. This webinar is also not for students. Okay. This is sheerly for corporate professional like me and you, office going folks, and who want to build up our career in Europe and who want to actually explore opportunities, see what are the various aspects, why we are talking about Europe, why Europe is everywhere, resonating. So we are going to talk about that. Okay. So let's proceed ahead, and I shall keep it very open, but with the protocols that whenever you ask a question, please put on a video so that I can interact with you and I can talk. Raise your hand and we can go ahead. But first type your question in so that I can go and then I can refer to it. Okay. So great. So do take a note of the screenshot of this so that you have our WhatsApp number, you have our website, and you can explore more opportunity or more things there. And also take a screenshot of all this. I'm anyway going to put it in the chat, guys, so that you guys can actually see this. I'm just going to put it in the chat for you all to access this. Okay. And this is freely available. Okay. Completely freely available for all of you to make best use of it. I'm sharing it in the chat. Please. Yes, I've shared it. Please give me a yes if you have actually seen, and give me a yes that you have taken a note of it. Okay. I have sent it in the chat box. I hope you guys received it. Can you guys give me yes? Can you guys give me a yes that you have received it so that then now onward we can actually proceed ahead? All right. It is saying message could not be sent. Why? Let me try it again. All right. Cool. Anyways, let's proceed ahead and let's take it to there. So you guys take a screenshot of this if you want to. And the best is the screenshot of this so that we can. Okay. Now let's kick it ahead. Having said the agenda very clear as to what is the expectations, who it is for, what are the target audience, who should attend this, who should not attend this. Okay, so people who do not relate to this, like I have just elaborated, is only for corporate professional civil engineer. Yes, absolutely, is for you guys, not for doctors, not for lawyers, not for skilled workers. Okay, it is specifically for folks who are like office going like us. So those who do not relate to this, we'll have a separate session later on. You guys can join in. All right. We all would have seen the what are the various criteria of us getting rejected. Okay. I mean, we all have had our portions of success and unsuccess domains as well, wherein we have applied and we have seen rejections. So what are the various criteria of rejections? Let's see. So one is, you get rejected because when you're applying in the companies, okay, resume not getting shortlisted. Another is multiple applications but not getting calls. Another is not getting callbacks, like you have applied, everything is happening, but the callback is not happening and you are a little bit worried. They also sometimes claim that you are highly qualified. So that is also a reason of rejection. Okay, creepy low salaries. Okay, not presenting well in interviews. You don't know what are the culture. You have been giving interviews in US, you have been giving for Canada, you have been giving for various other, but I don't know exactly, what is the domain of Europe, what you need to exactly do there. So yes, these are the things. And rejected in interviews, and also sometimes they tell you that you're overqualified. We as in Indians, we have a tendency of putting everything in the resume. I mean, I have dealt with lakhs of resumes, and I have seen this, that we try to put in as many things, including me. Believe me, when I was working, when I was aspiring to go abroad, I too was upskilling myself and going on putting in my resume. Like I was going on saying that I am a PMP certified, I am a Six Sigma certified, I am, I've done double MBA. I put that. Anyways, I knew how to speak French, Italian, German. So as you can see from the domains, guys, come on, yeah, do not do all these things here. Whoever is doing that, please. This is very childish. Our kids do it in the Zoom session with their schools. Okay, so let's not do scribblings and all that here. All right. So as you can see, this is about me. I'll give a very, very short intro about myself because it's more about you and less about me today. Okay. So yes, I have worked for 18 years, Europe, Germany, France, India, across the globe, Canada as well. So I work for IBM. I work for no, I think I need to unshare and share, otherwise the scribbling will stay on there. And I have worked for, and I know I can speak French, Italian, German. I'm able to, I know operations management. I have been into sales. I've been into marketing. I've led a team. I've been an individual contributor. So I've been on both the side of the tables, being interviewed. Like people have interviewed me and rejected me left, right, center, and I have also interviewed people. So I know exactly where you guys are standing, what is the pain point, what are the challenges you are facing, and what you should do, and what more importantly, what you should not do. Because having a door closed is an opportunity so that you don't knock at the door again. It's a very golden opportunity. This I have learned after a long time. So what you should not do is more important than what you should do, because what you should do are only couple of things, 3 to 4 things, handful of things. But what you should not do, there are tons of it. So if a door is getting closed, that means we should not take that path. This is a very good thing. So this is, like I said, a brief thing about me. Now coming back to the whole center of things. So I have synopsized all these rejections into 3 major rejection criteria, which is, as you can see here. Number one, we all can relate to it, by the way, not getting much interview calls. Okay. Number two, getting calls. Like, for example, we got calls, but then what about interviews? We are not reaching to the offer letter, or what, we are not reaching to the completion that either the package has been rolled out to us or a visa sponsorship has been given to us. No. And then maybe we are reaching to the offer letter, but getting rejected due to either CTC, it's very creepy CTC, or your notice period is a problem, or visa sponsorship is a problem. Okay, Europe. So these are the problem. One good thing about Europe is that there's no IELTS, which you have in Canada, Australia, and all that. There's no IELTS. There is no age barrier also, guys. Like in, I'm sure many of you who are approaching, who are on the 40s, we have many people, even 49. We have the highest person who had been in our academy of 49 who had got a role. So all the doors are closed for them, especially when it comes to Australia, Canada, where the IELTS, where they have the segment. Lucky that Europe has still not got into that domain. Okay, that age bracket is still not there. But yes, the faster the better, because you all know that eventually, the more you age, the more you start to be considered as liability. Obviously you will gain skills, but when you're going across the country, if you are not going through IJP, see, if you go through IJP, internal job posting is one thing. Your company is doing a lateral movement of you, making sure that you land there in an appropriate brand, in band, in an appropriate scale, everything. So there you are taken care. But if you apply afresh, then you need to be a little bit prompt, you need to be a little bit smart there. Okay, and obviously age plays a big factor, so we shall talk about that as well. But there are a lot of benefits which I'll show you. Okay, normally what we do, we basically, so this is something newly which we have implemented. I wanted to show you this, and wherein basically uh, we see that we have been applying, we have been seeing, just trying to see our traits, our skills, our personality, talents, gap, skills, and based on that we just apply. We do not do our niche identification. We are not clear about our self discovery. For example, who we are, what is our USP, what is our skills, what is our talent, why we want to go to Europe. We don't do any of those researches. We just see that, okay, our friend has gone, so shall we. Our colleague has gone, so shall we. We do a comparative thing, but we do not see where we stand. That's exactly what I'll be showing you guys ahead. I know it looks a little creepy thing, but just here to what I'm saying, just over browse the screen that I'm sharing, because obviously these are parts of a continuation of something which, if you have missed out, you may not get it. So, how do we get ourselves recognized is also very important thing. Okay, we need to establish a professional brand when we are applying out of India, anywhere. We need to be well versed. If somebody comes searching for you in any social media profile, it could be the lowest as Facebook, it could be the highest as LinkedIn. They should be able to understand, optimize your profile. Okay, find others. You should be visible to others, and others should be also visible to you. Like, when you go and search in LinkedIn, if you are searching, let's say, operations manager, you would see tons of opportunities flowing there. Okay, page 100 onwards. So does it mean the 100th page is not well qualified? No, it's just that the algorithm is picking you to be first and the other to be on the 40th page. If that person does something right, he would come up and you would go behind. So you need to do that, right? You need to understand what needs to be done so that you are on top, you are visible. It's like in Hindi there is a saying, right? Jo whatever dikhta hai wo bikta hai, something like that. So whatever is seen is the one which is bought. So you need to be, we are products. Ultimately, believe it or not, we are products in the marketplace of LinkedIn. So we need to identify our niche, we need to do networking, we need to do a lot of things. Okay, but at the same time we need to upskill ourselves. So if I say, if I take you through this 4 stages of rejection, so you will be seeing you know uh, two pyramids which are appearing in front of you. Though I have spoken about this last time, but still let me just take you, brief you through this so that you understand, because it's a continuation of what I have just shown you earlier, and then we shall take it to a different level. Don't you think this is going to be a repetitive session of last week? No, I'll be pitching in a lot of things. Okay, now if you see here, number one, like I showed you, our rejection happens during resume screening. Number two, because of the ATS system, applicant tracking system, because they scan for 5 to 6 seconds, and 80%, if it is below that, then you are rejected. There are tons of parameters. If your format is not matching, if your keywords are not matching, if you're not the right fit with the experience, there are a lot of parameters which you can upskill. But this is not the only criteria which will determine you to be a through and through towards the European industry. No, this is one of the important criteria, but not the only criteria. Many of them come to me saying that, hey, I have transposed my resume into Europass. I have taken an agency who has made a optimum looking resume for me. So why am I not getting a job? I just tell them the same thing. You go to marriages, you get invitation letter. You go to discs, you go to parties, you get invitation letter. I may create the best looking invitation letter at home on my computer, Canva and all that. But that does not mean that I am still going inside that party, because there is some other criteria. People need to know you. You need to be in the invitee list. People need to recognize you. You cannot just take a paper pamphlet and walk in anywhere. No, it doesn't work. Yes, it is one of the important criteria. Considering the other criteria are matching to this, they're talking to each other. Just resume building and you think I am off, putting in the European format, putting the flag out there. If that was so simple, then everybody would have done that. It does not work that way. Okay. So resume screening, then you get rejection through hiring manager, because once, okay, by hook or by crook or through dedicated pursuance that you've done through, your resume has gone through. It has gone through the resume, the recruiter or the hiring manager, but then they receive thousands of resumes every day. How do you expect them? They have 24 hours with them, maybe 8 functional hours. How do you expect them to actually go through each of them? They spend only 6 to 7 seconds looking at you. Okay, matches, doesn't match, matches, doesn't match. I myself used to be in that state of doing it. Okay. And if they don't grasp a fundamental key points or something which sixth sense will actually persuade them, you are out from that shortlisted view. And then assessment interviews, many of them fail in the interviews. I have seen in our academy, there have been tons of interviews been happening last month, but many of them just went there unprepared, despite us telling them, no, hold on, you are still to do the mock interview sessions, you are still to complete it. Because it was so much flux, people were so excited, have never got an interview from Europe, they just went ahead. And what happened? Boom, they failed. And then they came back saying that, this has happened, this thing went wrong, that thing went wrong. And then we told them, okay, had you just waited or had you just finished our mock interview session, you would have been in a different platform altogether. And that they realize later, definitely it does work. You have to be trained for certain things. You have to go prepared for the interviews. You cannot just go randomly. You have to have preparation such as your body language, your clothings, your visuals, your lighting. Everything has to be appropriate. It should not be an artificial that, okay, just create a background, a beautiful background, and that's it. No, you need to be presentable. Your tone needs to be right. Your articulation needs to be right. You're talking to Europeans and not American, mind you. There's a hell lot of difference which we have to unlearn, and then we have to persuade there. Those are the things which happen here interviews. And last but not least, salary negotiation. Now you may say that, hey, salary negotiation is out of our reach. No, it is not. Yesterday I had posted in the WhatsApp, those who have read it, an HR or anybody who will be asking, hey, what's your salary, is a question you should never answer directly. Never. Because they are trying to understand where you stand and comparatively put a pressure on you. So we will teach all that, what you should answer instead, what you should answer instead of that particular question, how you should tackle all that, so that you get the best of the salary. Because any company you go, you have a bracket of salary. It's not the one fixed salary is dedicated. You have a bracket. You can choose to fall at the lowest bracket, or you could choose to fall at the highest bracket, depending on how you negotiate, how you talk to them. And once you talk to Europeans, it's much easier than talking to Indian HRs, because they understand the values. They will not be going too much into your skin in trying to diagnose things. Hey, why there's a career gap. Hey, why you during this time you were at this band and you moved to this band. Nothing of that much happened, guys. I mean, this is just all those things. Yes, they will be definitely revolving their questions around the functionalities that you are doing, but not to the extent that why there's a career gap. Many of them come and tell me, hey, there's a career gap. Will I make it? Hey, my age is this. Will I do it? Hey, this is my marital status. Will I get through? All those things are irrelevant. Okay. Anyways, like I said, I've talked about this left thing. Let me touch base about the right. So another mistakes that we do is that employees, okay, we look for opportunity from top to bottom. So as you can see here, what we do is that we go from advertisements, for example, job portals, and then we move downwards. Okay, so first we go ahead with the job portals. such as like you have in Naukri, LinkedIn, and all that. You have tons of job portals in Europe also. So you think that okay, me making a profile in those job portals is sufficient. I'm done. I can relax and they will find me and I will be going to. No, it doesn't work that way. Then you think, okay, it didn't work for me. Let me go to recruitment agencies. So you go to those agencies who charge you big bucks, and then eventually it turns out to be nothing. You just end up losing money. Should not do that. First, do a thorough research yourself. Meet with people who have gone. What are their experience they have had? Talk with somebody who is an expert rather than just jumping to the agencies. They are waiting with their mouth agape to for people like you. And every other day I keep hearing these stories. Hey, I've had my fingers burned. They've taken money from me, and then didn't deliver the promise. This is exactly what you should not be doing anyways. Then what we do, we go to professional organizations. So professional organizations are a little bit more trusted as per the recruitment agency, but they are very evident in Europe. Then we do networking, and then we do contact the existing staff, may not be in the same company, different. And then we look at in our current company, would the internal promotions happening, lateral movements, and all so on and so forth. So this is the trend that we follow. But how the employers look from down to top, bottom to top. They first look at their existing staff. Are they there? Are they somebody who is wanting to move, somebody on the bench? And then they move to contacting the existing staff. Hey, you have your friends, anybody want to refer them? We'll give you a referral bonus, so on. So then they move to LinkedIn, other places where the word of mouth happens. Then they go to professional organization. Then they go to recruitment agencies, and last they go to job portals to see, they buy those accesses of job portal to see. So by the time they come from here to here, the position is already completed somewhere here, somewhere in the middle. And by the time we reach from here to here, position is closed. So that's the reason we need to know. We need to walk step by step, stepping into the shoes of the employer. What are the next thoughts? And then we should look into it. Okay. So this part is clear. So far, is everybody clear, guys? You just give me a yes if so far everybody is clear. And if you guys are liking what I'm telling, I just want to hear your view, guys. Come on, guys. I'm not hearing. Is the chat box not working? Yeah. Can you guys please tell if so far is clear for all of you? Okay, great. Fantastic. Okay. Now I will move to a different domain altogether, slightly different. Okay. And this is the same thing which I told last time. What are the percentage dedicated to hiring process? So internal staff gets the maximum, staff referral gets slightly less, HR hiring gets slightly less importance, and the recruitment agency less, and job portals the least. But we start from the least and say, hey, we are not getting results. We are not getting results because you are stuck in the bottleneck. That's why you're not getting results. You need to realign yourself. Okay. Yes, there are tons of ways of realigning yourself. You should look at SMEs perspective. You should look at non-conventional ways of getting hired rather than looking at those top-notch companies which are Microsoft, Dell, HP. We should realign ourselves into looking at something called SME, small and medium-sized enterprise. So this is a very important terminology, guys. What is SME? I will let you know. In fact, let me show you what is SME so that you guys get to hear right at this point in time. Okay. Let me actually show you. So let me share my screen again so that you guys can see. Okay, there you go. So what are SMEs? If you just go to Google and you type small and medium sized enterprise in Europe, okay, you will get to see the very first link. You can try it right now in your own respective laptops. The very first link, what it says, if you open it, is by the European Commission, by the way, is the official website of Europe. What are they saying is that small and medium sized enterprise are the backbone of Europe's economy. They represent 99% of all the businesses and they employ around 100 million people, guys. You understand the power of the statement? Maybe not, maybe you're still not clear what does it mean. But let me tell you, it means that you are actually applying in a wrong segment. You are actually applying in a bottleneck, a place where everybody is coming. It's a stagnant, it's a saturated market. That's where you are applying, and you should move away from there. That's called red ocean and blue ocean genesis. Okay, that's exactly what you should adapt to. Move away from the red ocean into the blue ocean. Now, even if you see this, it just I'm not going into my database yet. I'm just talking what the Google is saying right in front of you. Go to the images here. Okay, see these images, you will see something like, look at this here. 99, these are all about small and medium sized enterprise, and 99% of total numbers of industrial and enterprise in Europe. 59% of total employees are recruited here. So you see where you are missing the opportunity. And look at this. If you just look at this, how it is saying, the graphical representation. This is SMEs. And this is large companies such as Microsoft, Dell, HP, which we have habituated to get part of. And that's where we get stuck. So you understood so far, I have given you 3 to 4 parameters of what you should not be doing. I have not yet told you what you should be doing. I've told you what you should not be doing, but you have been doing. Correct? So number 1 was that we should follow the right procedure of application. Okay. Number 2 was we should write a nice resume, but do not only depend on the resume. Yes, it should be European. Yes, it should be this way. We should convert our, our duties into accomplishments. All those, everybody knows those jargons. Okay. But has it been getting you result? No, because what we are doing is that we are doing bits and pieces and leaning back. Let's see the result. Again, come back, bits and pieces, again, lean back. It doesn't work that way. There is a sequential way of methodologically moving ahead and then applying. You should attack each opportunity with all the strategies, come back. Again, another JD, go till the end, come back. You should not go midway, wait, doesn't yield result. It's like you're trying to boil water or milk. You put on your gas for 2 seconds, put it off, put it on, put it off, put it on, put it off. No, it will not work unless it does not reach its boiling point. Okay, the milk will not boil, it will not evaporate. I mean, the next stage. For it to happen consistently, the flame has to be lit so that the process takes place and the stage changes from liquid to it will evaporate to vapor. Similarly, for us to move from this stage to this stage, there has to be a consistent strategical movement. And these are all the pockets of strategical movement which I'm showing you right now. Okay, so this is clear, I hope. So let me move it to the next segment. Okay, next segment, we all know what it is, how we have been applying, what are the various things. So let me actually show you. Yeah, here, as you can see, I hope you guys can see the screen. Let me reshare it so that you guys can see it. Okay. So yeah, this is a historical way of applying. Like, we create a profile, we wait, we visit the career page, we approach the people on LinkedIn, we ask for referrals, we ask for dependent for job, and so on and so forth. Those are old dated common approach which needs to be chucked away right now. There are AI has come into picture, guys. AI. We need to implement that. We have in Aurolingua, recently we had done a launch of our product, which wherein we had actually gone and shown that how we have implemented AI into even interviewing, interview techniques, searching jobs, searching the right niche, searching the right company, all those things. So now the process has become much more, target oriented, much more fast, much more solid and instantaneous. So yes, like I said, 75% are rejected by ATS, 25% are sent forward, but they also, because of the 6-second segmentation, they take only 6 seconds to review a resume. So they are also get rejected mostly. So we need to take care of all those stuffs. Okay. Yes, there are a lot of tools which you can use. including AI tools such as JobScan, JobScore, Bamboo, Smart Recruiters, wherein they give you a good scope. And if you score more than 60 to 40%, you can see yourself to be advancing. So you put your resume in one end, you put the JD on the other and do a comparison, and you get a result. You say, wow, I'm done. Great. I've got 80%. Tomorrow I should get a call from Europe. I've done my resume. I should get a call from you. No. Again, you've done one bit of piece and come back. One bit of piece come. You have to link them together. You have to synchronize them, to synthesize them together. That's how you should go ahead. Okay. Yes, referrals do work. Sometimes it does not work. Okay. You need to be considered. So we need to adopt a 15 into 15 terminology. Now, what is 15 into 15? It's like you do if you're applying yourself. Okay, like in our academy, the team does all the application, the team does everything, but if you are doing it yourself, make sure that you first do a proper research of the company and then you should apply it, not random, not anything that pops up in your screen you will start applying. It doesn't work that way. Okay. So yes, like I said, convert your duties into accomplishment in your resume. By doing that, only many people get result, as you can see right here, opposite. For example, Madhav got a result just by doing that, but not everybody is that lucky. Okay, you need to follow various strategies. So these are all tons of testimonials which are there in my website, which are there in YouTube. You guys can go. I have anyway shared with you the YouTube link. If not, please reach out to us and we will share it with you. Okay, these are again more testimonials. These are again more testimonials, video testimonials. You guys can go and relate to them, see what they're talking about, what their journey has been before, what it is now, and where they are landing their jobs right now. You can go and see them. Some of them are related to the process that we follow, the feedback. Some of the feedback are also related to the people who have got the jobs there. So it's a mixture of both. I do not post all the testimonials here due to confidentiality reason, but whichever are there here, you guys can feel free to go, explore, touch, feel, sense the whole thing. Okay. These are again, like I said, is my YouTube channel. Okay. Or a Lingua Career. You guys can just go browse it and you should be able to have. Let me send it to you. In fact, let me send this to you so that you guys can actually refer to this. Now I will launch into the question and answer soon. Okay. And then I shall try to answer you guys. So there, guys, I have sent you guys. You guys can actually go and see the chat box. Okay. You should be able to have this now. All right. So now let me go to the question and answers. Those who have any specific questions, please write it down to me so that I can answer to your questions. Okay. Okay. So I've got a question asking that how should we research target companies? Okay. What are the procedure we should do to target the right company? Okay, good question. Let me share this and show you what you should do to research the right target companies. Okay, because yes, this is a very valid question. So the target companies are basically, yeah, I shall open it to voice. Let me answer first the written question, then I shall open it to voice as well. Definitely, certainly I shall. Okay. So if you see here, guys, okay, research the target companies. Now this is a topic on its own. This is called niche identification and market segmentation that we do in our academy for each and every individual, because we all come up with those forum of, I'm this, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm everything, but I'm omniscient, I'm omnipotent, but then we don't get the results. So we need to practically rationalize who are we, and then we should move ahead. So researching the target companies means researching the right people, and before that, researching the right industry. Now, what is the meaning of researching the right industry? Like I showed you, there are 44 countries in Europe. Okay. Now, each 44 countries are not the right country for you. There are 26 Schengen countries. Out of 26 Schengen countries, not all of them use euros. Some of them are still using their own local currency, such as Switzerland, etc. So we should be removing them from the list. But Switzerland is a great place to work in, but it's a very, very tough place to work in. Now you see one thing. we should do the market segmentation. For example, Germany, what is the industry type there? The industry type is mechanical engineers, ITs, mostly there. Netherlands, again, IT folks. Now, if you move to Switzerland, Switzerland is more into finance and insurance. Okay. If you move to Italy, it's more into food processing, automobile as well is there, huge industry there. Spain, completely tourism. Portugal, tourism. Okay. If you go to Belgium, it's a diamond, businesses which is elapsed. So you need to rationalize first which industry is your industry. You may see that, okay, I want to go to Switzerland and work, but my specialization is healthcare. It'll be tough for you to find. If you are into finance, it's easy to find. Same way, if you go to Germany, it'll be easy to find what is something to mechanical, something into engineering, IT, non-IT, everything, all the roles are there. France has its own bits. So we need to do first the segmentations. Then we need to do who are we, something called corporate avatar. Now, what is corporate avatar? It may look a fancy name, but it is not so. Corporate avatar means we always say that we are the folks who are, I'm an assistant vice president or I'm a lead consultant. Okay, I could say that. But actually, what are we? What is our, what is our domain? We don't know that. Okay, so we, all those things we need to get rid of. Who are we? We should align only with what is the result there. What are they looking for? For example, I'll give you my specific example. It'll be easy for you to understand. I used to work as, when I was into the managerial role for sales, the designation was sales advisor management, a sales management advisor. I kept finding roles. I never found any such role in there. Then I started doing some research. I went and hunted the companies, the countries, the companies there. And then I started looking at the JDs. Then I realized, hey, I am working as a sales analyst. I'm working as a sales specialist. There is no role such as sales management advisor. There is no such role as this. Similarly, when you are working, your company would have given you a designation, for example, language specialist or language analyst or linguistic quality control. There is no such role there. So you need to find out a JD which looks similar to your profile and you can adopt that. So then I found I was actually a sales analyst, sales specialist, sales managerial specialist, and then started working on upskilling myself to match those skills. When I said upskilling, it's not that doing something drastically different, just slight changes, side tailoring, and then I started getting the roles there. I targeted the companies, I targeted the domains, and I started getting the roles there. I'm talking about long back. Right now, the things are even more evolved. Okay. Then you look for the right people, okay, who are working there. So it's a 15 into 15. Each company you should approach 15 people at least. Okay. But the right company, it should not be the wrong company. We in our academy, we look at taking off as many companies as possible, saying that no, this is not the right company for you. Even though they are hiring you, they're saying, oh, we are ready to hire you, but no, because getting a job is not a big deal. It's basically whether you getting a job will give you a sustainability for the next 10-15 years there or not. That is the main thing. It should not be that I go touch the European ground and then come back. After 1 month, they'll call me, hey, great, you have done a great job, but somehow we are not the right fit. So we should look for the people who can vouch for you, use the current network, directly reach out to them, and then start navigating. Do not spam them, hey, I need a job, I need a job, I need a job. It doesn't work that way. You need to start to network in the right way. Okay, you need to start to research the company, connect with them the right way, build rapport, and engage to get more results. So this is exactly the thing which you should do. Okay, I hope this has been clear. Yes, we have a LinkedIn profile, Shiva. But I would prefer you to use, so this is a question which came from Shiva. So Shiva, what I would say is that if you could raise your hand so I could unmute you, here. Yeah. Yeah, Shiva.
Yeah, hey, hi, Alok. I
Hi.
mean,
You can put on your video if you want to, please, because it would be great if you are, because it would be nice to interact with you through the video. Okay. Okay, let me just open and show you what is my website looking like. You're there, Shiva?
Yeah, I'm there. Yes.
Okay, let me just show it to you.
Yeah.
So what's your domain exactly, Shiva? What are you into?
Uh, I'm a process lead right now in Amazon, working in Amazon.
So when you say process lead in Amazon, so is it related to something from the programming,
No,
program
no.
manager point of view, or what exactly, what kind of process? IT or non-IT? What is it like?
Operations management.
Operations. Ah, great. That's nice. Operations management. So let me show you something for operation management. Okay. Let me share my screen and show you something. So I think your question predominantly is regarding what are the opportunities there, right? For the operations. That's what you're wanting to look at.
Yeah.
All right. So let me, in
And
fact,
also, when you say Europe, does that include United Kingdom as well in it, or only Europe?
very good question. Very nice question. So if I say Europe, does it include United Kingdom or not? And your query to about my LinkedIn profile. So guys, here is my LinkedIn profile. Okay. You guys
Yeah.
can just uh, pop in here. You can follow you. I've been posting. So this is about me. Like, and I've been an, management advisor, as I said. I have been into operations management as well. I have worked into various industries such as IBM, Kyndryl, okay, Canada, IRI, Italy. Okay, so these are my domains and these are my people who have vouched for me. So yeah, you guys can go and check out the LinkedIn profile, my Instagram, everything is all testimonials. As I was saying, even the YouTube can go and find it. But like I said, it's more about you. So let me show you as an operation manager something very nice, which I would like to put forward. It's a right example that we got here. So which country you have applied before for operations management? Have you applied to Canada or something, maybe? Or are you still mute or what? Shiva, can you unmute yourself? I think it's going on mute mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. So which companies you have applied before,
Uh,
or which
Not.
countries I would say you have applied before?
I have reached out to some consultancy, but I did not apply it yet. I mean, I'm still in the first part of.
So you're going through
Where-
consultancies. Okay, I can understand. No worries.
I mean, I
Uh,
got this from an Instagram ad, and I joined.
yeah, no problem, no problem. So see, operations manager, first thing people look for is Canada or Australia. Okay.
Yeah,
So again, what we do, we run towards bottleneck. First thing we do, we run towards bottleneck because everybody is going there. So we thought everybody's going, so everybody's in the right mode. Now just look here. You have 7,000 roles in operations manager in Canada. 7,000. Okay. The next thing they go is Australia because IELTS and all that they have cleared. So you get 4,000 roles in Australia. There also they don't go get through, so they go to Singapore mostly. This is what the Indian tendency I'm telling you guys, huh? Indian tendency. Singapore, there are 3,000 roles. So what is the total fluctuation? We saw 7,000 in Canada, 5,000 in Australia, 3,000 in Singapore, and then nothing happens. Then they say, okay, let me try for Europe. Just look at in Europe, huh, for yourself, operations manager. So if I go to European Union, 23,700 roles. Can you imagine what this huge flux is all about? And why you have not been doing it on the first priority? That's sheerly because of the lack of knowledge that we have in terms of targeting a country. We just go because others are going, therefore we go. Now, any agency you go, they will be mostly redirecting you to PRs and all that, which is very common. But then PR will not get you a job. PR is a way to enter, to be enabled you there, but we are so much brainwashed that we think that PR is the ultimate thing. It is not that. Ultimately, it is the job. I've had tons of people who've gone to Canada or Australia with the PR, having spent a bomb of shelled out of money, but then eventually they didn't get a job. They had to come back. So this is something you need to be skeptical and thoughtful about. You see 23,700 roles. Okay. Another thing, let me show you. If I see past month out of 23,000, there's 17,000 are still left open. So that means what? 6,000 have been absorbed. almost the entire Canada, the total open positions which are there have been absorbed. And still we are left with 17K open position. So there's a huge, vast plethora of jobs for us, which we can vouch for. And you see the another thing, very interesting. See how many people are applying, only 17 applicants, 8 applicants here. Okay, 0 applicant, 9 applicants. So you see people who are applying are also less here, 6 applicants. So this should be the go-to place for you, not anything else. This should be the place that you should go,
Hmm.
but in a very strategical manner. Yeah, tell me. Is it clear so far what I just explained to you?
Yes, yes, Alok. Yeah, it's clear. I
Yeah,
mean,
I'm sure you'll be having
I
more
think we have
questions.
to. Yeah, yeah. Sorry,
We can
but
sit down, no problem. Like I said, you please reach out to us on, on the number which was given before, which was, or you can just browse through the website. That should be, good enough information. If you just go through this website or just WhatsApp here, you can take a screenshot, guys. Those who came late can take a screenshot of this because I'm unable to send the chats. I don't know for what reason, but I'm unable to send it. It is saying the file not sent. I don't know whether you guys are receiving the chat which I'm sending you. Because if I just typed it here, are you receiving it? Because it is saying that it has not been sent.
we are getting it as a picture.
I know, man, this is crazy. Anyway, the one which I sent now should not be as a picture. Let me try to send you as paste. Yeah, you're right. This is coming as a picture. Anyways, so like I said, you guys can find a way to connect with us if you guys come here rightly. Okay. So yeah, this is I think to answer your query. Definitely, this should be substantial. But yes, reach out to us because for you, operations manager can fall into both criteria. It can fall under the domain of IT and non-IT both. Okay. So we need to rationalize where you fit best. What is the strength that you have been there? Okay. And then accordingly we can work on that. Yeah,
True.
so I hope it's answered you, right?
Yes, Alok. Yeah, thanks.
All right, take care.
You're muted, Alok.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, Vishwa, can I ask you to request you to put on a video so that I can Vishwa Vardhan, so I can take you with your query. Okay, please raise hand those who have any other queries so that I can answer you guys. Okay, so I think Vishwa,
Hi,
you
hi.
are.
Yeah,
Vishwa, I would request you to put on a video.
yeah. My name is Vishnu.
Vishnu, can
Well,
you put on
yeah,
a video, please?
yeah. I'm
If,
trying, but it says you cannot start your video because the host has stopped it.
is it so? Then I am the culprit then.
Yeah, I was
Can
trying.
you, no, yeah. What happens, I think today there's some technical glitch happening. You are right,
Mm.
absolutely. Can you try now, please? Can you
I
try?
will. I will.
Yeah.
I will certainly. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Vishnu.
can you see
Nice,
me?
nice.
Yeah.
I can see you.
Yeah.
I can see
Hi,
you
hello. How
now.
are you?
I'm
Good
doing
afternoon.
great. How are you, bro?
I'm doing good. Thanks. Thanks.
Lovely. I think your question is regarding the program, and it's a good question which I anyway wanted to ask. Somebody should ask so that I can take you through. So let me take you through right away because your question is
No, because
what
you
is the
told what not to do and what to
and
do,
what to
but
do.
you didn't say how to do
How to
and
do?
what
Well,
will be done.
lovely. Absolutely. So what not to do, is it clear for you?
Yes,
I
it
mean,
is.
it's very little I told you. Obviously, I can't accommodate many things here, but at least a few things you should not do. But may I know what is your domain? What are your,
Yeah.
academics?
Presently, I am working as a Scrum Master in Wipro.
Oh, wow.
So I have an experience of 9+, and this is my 10th year.
Scrum
And I
Master,
have,
huh?
yeah,
Wow.
I'm
Man, Scrum
currently Wipro certified project manager, but I'm not scaled up into the role yet. I just got my certification recently done. I didn't do my PMP. I was just thinking of doing it or no.
Do
Since
you
it is
really think
expensive.
PMP is required for being a Scrum Master? This is just a question which I'm asking because I'm a PMP certified. So, I would like to
My
know.
approach is that
Hmm.
Scrum Master is the basic level of a leadership role where we involve in the project related activities, and PMP is the advanced level, is what I
Advanced
feel.
level.
Yeah.
Okay. Wouldn't you want to do some kind of a program manager specific role which would be more delightful in terms so that you can make use of it rather than what is happening right now. You'll do PMP, it'll be still generic. Initially, people used to do an MBA.
Yeah.
Okay. Back in those days, anything MBA.
Yes.
Now people have got a little bit more focus. Okay, PMP, Six Sigma. But don't you think you should look for something to upskill you specifically into the Scrum Master role with handling
Yeah.
people? There are a lot of roles. There are a lot of educators which are available in the market. Don't you think you want to explore those rather than doing a PMP? Because I slightly differ with your thought that this will not give you the result immediately. It will give you result certainly, but not on the immediate future, especially when you talk about Europe market.
Understood. I got it.
Yeah, so maybe let's explore some more courses which will be more resultful to you because you have made up your mind on upskilling yourself. So let's work on that front. Let's upskill so that next 2-3 months, what you have, you'll be simultaneously upskilling and the program will be going on, and then you can actually, get something resultful there. Because believe me or not, I have made this mistake. Like I said initially, I have just kept on pumping certificates after certificates into my profile. As you can see, it's a good show off. It's a good show off.
Correct.
I mean, right now people get mesmerized. Wow, I've done this, I've done that, but I only know the pain because I've done that. But till date, you won't believe me, I've done only one Six Sigma project. That was in AXA, Canada, and one PMP thing. That's it. The rest of the things, the skills which I had that. Anyway, so let me show you about the program as you have asked for. So that way we can just, but yeah, get in touch. I mean, let's work on it. Like I said, we are doing, this is actually a paid one-on-one, but for you guys, we are doing it, of free. So that will be something great. So you guys can go through. So this is my website, Aurolingua Career, guys. Those who have not seen, please go through it. And it's very easy to enroll there, guys. Before, I'll just show you the process. So you just click on, I mean, you go through obviously the entire thing, which I will just take you through. Okay.
No, this one I've already gone through, but I couldn't.
Yeah, I will show you that also. So here, if you click on attend free webinar, now I'm just showing it to everybody so the rest of the folks also can, and you can just put your name. Okay. You can put your email ID. You can put your number. Okay. And then as soon as you put that, it will take you to the next page webinar. So now there you can please do watch the webinars, which is recorded, but those who have watched today's webinar is pretty much done. And then you can just connect with our team. Okay. This is how the process is. Very simple. I have not kept it any complexity. If you want to connect with our team, feel free to connect. No compulsion, nothing of that kind. Now here, what I was saying, we follow 8 strategies. Okay. Much more than that, but 8 primarily strategies. Like when you will come, initially we'll be starting with working on your candidature, your what is your niche, because you say right now I am a Scrum Master, but I differ with certain skill sets that you have got already with you. I would like you to enhance on certain things. I would like you to drop certain things. So we'll work on that first. Common mistakes that you have been making. Then we will go in search of the hidden job market. Now, how does the hidden job market look like? I will show it to you also. Okay. Now, hidden job market, I already talked about SMEs, small and medium-sized enterprise. So those are the markets which will be the best in your case, because not all markets you need to grow vertically. Sometimes you need to elaborate horizontally and then grow to the next level. Okay. And this is the market that works best for that. Here you will take more and more leadership roles, and then you will go ahead. Okay. And then we will move ahead to the visa sponsored role. Now, this is very good objections which you have here, because in Europe, you have a lot of companies who are sponsoring visas, but you should cater to the right company, not any company. Okay. They are sponsoring visas. You will see tons of them in my group, in my Facebook, in my Instagram, everywhere I've been revolving around. But you should approach to them in the right way, in the right forum. And then we'll work on the SWOT analysis. Okay. The customized plan for your growth. One medicine for all does not work here. Okay. I cannot give a paracetamol to everybody. I have to really diagnose who are you, what is your corporate avatar, what is your aspiration, what is your skill set, which is the market segmentation that you should be launched, whether it's a Switzerland, it's a DACH, it's a France, Germany, what upskilling you should do. After having done all that, we will put a customized plan in place. And then obviously
stop you here.
Yeah.
While you're saying you will transform my existing profile to a completely new, different profile. I mean, an internationally accredited profile, I would say. So
Yeah.
will you be doing it on a person to person, or like is it a group kind of a thing where you will give the suggestion and we do it ourselves,
So
or
we do
how does that
both, we
work?
do both, we do both. We have both the segments. It depends on how your growth is. So we have a nice forum. We will discuss, we will put a lot of strategies. We ourselves will be sitting. We have a team dedicated who does it on behalf of you so that you don't need to even worry about all this. Okay. We have like, so this is like a done for you, done with you program, which we do. But this, like I said, this forum, I really don't want to talk anything about my product because here I would like to talk about educating you so that you guys can go home. And but yeah, if you want to know more about that, we can certainly sit down on a one-on-one. I can arrange, and then we can take it from there. Definitely, I can, because it's a customized way of approach. Okay, your need may not be suitable to somebody. There are many people who had come to me and they said, hey, I want to get enrolled, and which we did not enroll them because we thought it will not be a waste of time for them to enrolling with us. They can try it themselves because they were almost there. They just needed a push, and that also we have done. Because our ultimate aim is to help you guys reach to Europe. There's a plethora of information there, plethora of jobs opportunity there. It's just that we don't have the right, right forum of actually moving out there. So that's the only way where we are actually getting lacked with. Otherwise, it looks your profiles are right, your attitude is right, your aptitude is right. It's just that you don't have some forum to help you get there. So like I said, you'll get a culture, you'll get language, you get interview, everything you will be getting in there. So yeah, that is something which I wanted to share. But like I said, let's discuss it on one-on-one specifically what your questions are so that we can see what is the best way ahead for you. All right. Vishnu does it. I hope we can, but yeah, reach out to us. Feel free to reach out
Yeah.
to us and we can certainly help you out, man. Okay, no worries.
Yeah, yeah. And so you stated in your website that within
Mm.
less than 2 months. So is it
Yeah.
a, how do I say that, marketing
No, it's not a
gimmick,
marketing.
or it
No, it's
happened
not a
really?
gimmick. It's not a gimmick. It's something which we have 8 weeks program, and people after 6 week onward they start getting result. This is a generic view, but yes, some people go a little overboard. Frankly, some people get it much earlier also, and I have had people who have come to our academy, and those examples are all there. You guys can go and touch, feel them. Everything is there. They enrolled, they followed certain parameters, and literally we had to jump to the last section of our course, that is mock interviews, because they
Okay.
got a very solid interview lined up, and we could not waste time with them with job search, resume building, LinkedIn connections, Zinc connections. All those things were taken at least 6 weeks. By the time the employer won't wait, so we immediately jumped to the mock interview. We did the mock interview vis-a-vis to that JD, and we launched them directly. And that connected with him. And while we were waiting for him to seek the result of the second interview, we educated him on the other things as well. So it depends, like, obviously your dedication, your adaptabilities, how you absorb things, that also matters.
I understand. I understand. I agree that. And
Yeah.
how is the market trend for Scrum Master in Europe?
So I will again show you the same thing is 14 to 15,000 roles are there for Scrum Master in Europe. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
in order to show you, if you see 14 to 15,000 roles, and most of the roles for you will sit around dark region. See, 5,000 roles are around dark region. Few are also in France. Okay. So we have had Scrum Masters in our academy, by the way. It's not a new thing that we are talking about. We have had people who have had success. So we have all of them here. So we can connect you. You can see, understand their growth pattern, how they have gone through. So predominantly we would be, in your case, we would be focusing on dark and Netherlands, because Netherlands, if you see, we are having about 1,160 roles there, and we don't want you to be too everywhere, because if you're everywhere, you're nowhere.
Yeah.
Let's start
Definitely.
with one specific domain, and then let's move on there.
Right. And one of my
Okay.
friend who worked in Europe for a couple of years, he had told me that the Scrum Masters and project managers are like management positions, and they give preference to the localites than the international candidates. And language is a big barrier. Is it true?
One second, let me just, somebody was asking something. 9519.
Sorry, I'm taking a lot of
Yes.
time. This is my last
No,
question.
no problem. I think somebody is asking how to connect with you. So you can connect through this, which I have typed. I don't know whether my typings are going there, but brother, I understand there is some issue. Can you, if you can see my screen, please take a screenshot of this and please connect through this, guys. Okay. Meanwhile, I'm just discussing with him, so please do that. So yeah, language always plays a great role. Okay, definitely it does play a great role, but in your case, language is not going to be the factor that is going to determine whether you're getting a job there or not. No, language will give you a good yield, good jump in terms of fetching an interview and cracking an interview vis-a-vis to your competitors. But in your case, no. But yes, if somebody was from the sales team, marketing team asking me this question, I would not answer the same thing as I've told you.
I understand that. I
Yes,
got
that
what you're
person
trying
would,
to arrive.
delivery team, marketing team, sales team, managerial role, program manager. Yes, I would need to focus on your linguistic skills. And that's why we have that imbibed into our system
Hmm.
to make sure that you get a complete package so that you get into a cocoon of being launched there. All right.
Right. I got it. Yeah.
So great, guys, please
So
take those who are asking again and again how to connect with you. This is, please take a screenshot of this and then you guys can connect with me surely. And we shall be glad to assist you ahead. Okay, this is the website. This is the WhatsApp. Our team will respond to you promptly. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me any, so shall we move on? I think it's better
You-
that you connect with us so that anyway, we are having this for these people. We are giving you priority to connect with us for free so that we can answer all your questions individually. All right.
right. Perfect. Yes. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for the questions. I think, what's the name? Theodore. Wow.
Yeah, myself, Theodore.
Oh, wow. Nice name, man. Could you just put on your video, please? I'm not able to see.
Actually, I'm willing to put on my camera on, but the thing is that I have disabled it in my antivirus. So I have to. I
How do you
didn't
do? How
realize
do you
that.
do your office calls then?
No, office calls and all, we have a professional laptop, right?
Okay.
So here, this is my
Right.
personal laptop, and
Yeah, I
I.
understand. No problem.
use-
Tell me, shoot your questions. Certainly, we can try
Yes,
to answer. Yeah.
yes. Most of the questions asked here are like they are actually experienced. That's what I can say.
No,
They
no,
have
not necessarily. There was a question where I've been asked in the first, the person who was a fresher. Yeah.
Shiva, right?
No, before
Shiva
that,
Mani?
I think before we started off, it was that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You tell me. Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I have completed my master's in design engineering, and currently I'm working in the aero domain. And it's been a year. I'll be completing my year in the coming month. And I did try to apply in Germany because mostly aero is into Germany and France. So uh, one thing that I'm happy about is that they're actually going through my resume. But I'm getting rejections again and again. Stating
Are you
that,
sure they are going through your resume? Or because you are assuming that you are getting some answers, so that's why you are assuming that they are going through your resume?
maybe that may be also true.
Because ATS system is very strong these days in Europe, man. I mean, it will look perfectly like with AI integrated. It look like somebody is reading your resume, somebody customizing your response and giving it to you. I mean, AI is crazy.
Okay, yeah, I do understand that.
So you may think that somebody is doing it, but nobody may be doing it. So number one, you need to crack that ATS. Number two, you need to make sure that your resume is read by a human eye
Correct.
from that perspective. Then we need to draft the strategies ahead so that you guys can actually work on progressing and making the going to the interview stage,
Correct.
because
Correct.
all these things will hold no intent until unless you don't even reach to the interview stage. So that we make sure that you will reach to the interview stage definitely, and so that you guys are at least equipped to be presentable in the interview.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So you based like looking at your organization, is it a new organization recently built? Because
No, it is not new, it is old, but yeah, we used to work in Europe before, Middle East, but in India, we have launched about 2019, 2018 and 2019, we have launched, and then the Corona struck and We were working with very premium candidates from IBM, Kyndryl, those who are approaching. But yes, we have grown quite a lot, and we have Europeans in our academy as well. We have a lot of HRs from Europe. We have a lot of team members seated in Europe who are helping you search the jobs, draft the resume, translate it wherever required, make your reference letter, motivation letter, then going to the way of how do you search, which is the company. Because see, I'll tell you one thing.
Yes.
What happens is that you may ask that, how the jobs that you will find will be different from what I am finding. Well, you are looking into LinkedIn. Very good.
Yes.
But are you aware that the jobs which are posted in job portals are done after a couple of months of them being circulated in the home country? Because as per the rule, they are supposed to first get the first preference, the home country, and then it is circulated to others. So what you get are actually stale jobs, which you think, wow, I'm the first applicant for. No, you are not. The rule of Europe, mostly in Germany, is that first the job has to be in the local forum, local website, local newspaper, local magazines. And then once they find nobody, are they allowed to look outside? So it's a myth that you are thinking I'm the first applicant. That means the job is also very recent. No. And that's where we play a picture, because we get to know, we have a team seated there, we get to know which are the jobs, and we give you a first-hand experience into that. And then by the time the job comes, you're all ready for that launch and you are already equipped with that. And that's what exactly what you see in our forum as well. That's what we show there, that what are the various job portals that we have, how do you look into that, how do you advance towards that, what are the techniques that you need to use. Everything is there. For example, if you see here, I'm just sharing my screen. See, this is how we progress. You look for the job market in all the segments for you. Okay, as you can see, these are all SMEs related jobs. Okay, small and medium sized enterprise. One second. Yeah. And this is how we go. We look for visa sponsored roles. As you can see, most of them are visa sponsored. You see here, compensation relocation assistance to move to Berlin plus visa application, a visa and relocation package for you and your family, and we make sure the salary matches. As you can see, the EU salary for this person was 78K to 118K euros. Here again, visa sponsoring. So this is the number one criteria. We make sure that visa sponsorship happens. Number two, the salary matches. Number three, they are SMEs, because SMEs will grant you visa. They will give you. So we look for SMEs, and this is how we go ahead and search for jobs. We relate it, we put it forth, and then we put it in a platter and give it to you, so that
So
we apply it on your behalf.
actually, with the qualification I have, do you think I'm eligible?
Yeah, this is just an example of person who was an AVP and he went for as a vice president role, and he was adamant for Morgan Stanley, but JP Morgan, but he got it through. So we have the open positions are for all. So what is the present designation, by the way, if I may ask you?
Yeah. I'm into FEA analyst. So we check the durability of the engine in manufacture.
Yeah, so we have a lot of open position for that too in Germany and Belgium.
Yes,
So I would not,
actually,
I would not want you to immediately apply for Switzerland, because Switzerland, the work culture is quite tough as of now. Okay, immediately you should not go there. After certain bit of time, then you should move there. There are a lot of benefits also of moving to Germany, as you know. So the benefits are pretty simple, like but yeah, taxations are there, but taxations are everywhere, that you can't avoid. Taxations are something which you really can't avoid. So for example, if you see here, job market in Germany, as you were talking about, here, see, this is the expenses in Germany, this is each city-wise segregation that we have done. These are the taxes, how the taxes go vis-a-vis to your, if you're a single person, if you're married couple. So these are also plays a good role. If your spouse is earning and you are earning, and who is the main applicant, it matches, it tallies there. So again, there are slabs there. So all those things will help you with that, which one you should go for. And then these are the benefits which you see, lowest unemployment rate in Europe, shortage of skilled labor till 2030, experience German language skills, which you will anyway learn, which you will anyway enhance. And as and how you will learn that, enhance that, your progress will keep on happening. Yes, initially you may be skeptical that why should I learn language? I'm not telling you to learn now. Get the job.
Yeah. that
At
is
least
right.
learn that much so that you can crack the interview, that we are anyway imbibing into the system. Okay. Then you see even the unemployment benefits. If you lose your job, you get 60% of a net salary. Most of them claim themselves to be. So I always say, no, anybody who's unemployed in Europe is folks who want to be unemployed. Switzerland has zero unemployment rate. Can you imagine the strength that they have? I mean, World War One has come and gone. Number two has come and gone. Their economy still holds strong. So I don't see any kind of fear factor in terms of Europe having this kind of issues in the next 20, 30 years. It is going to be strong. Until you retire, it is going to give you a lot of benefit. And then you see more of the benefits, you get vacation periods, plus you get family days off. I'm not sure whether you heard about various vacations in Germany, whether you heard about something called Ferragosto, Oktoberfest, and all that which I showed last time. So these are again, if you see that, these are again the portals which happen. Let me just show it in Google itself. So if you go to here, Oktoberfest, entire 1 month, guys, the offices are shut down. At least 20, 23 days, 24 days. Entire German belt, Austria, Germany, as well as Switzerland, just shut down. There's this festival which keeps happening there. So that 1 month, a lot of people plan their visits back to India. I mean, they celebrate there for 2, 3 days, then they plan their visit. They go back, it's paid leaves. And then in Italy, you have Ferragosto, something called, okay, as you can see here. So entire August month shut down. They just celebrate their life there. You won't believe, when I was in sales and sales analyst role, when I was doing, so the head office of IBM was always controlled by US. And every time they used to keep scolding to the CFOs and sales manager, come may what, August you guys are off, you give us no sales. So they said, no, that is our culture. We have to live by it. So it was a tough nut to crack, because Americans and Europeans, how they go along, well or not well, you guys know that, but this is how it was. Then you see July festival in France, entire 1 month, approximately 15, 20 days, you have a July shutdown. So you have so many festivals, so many bank holidays that you can just not, get the enough of them. And yeah, you get a lot of flexibilities. The German laws, you cannot work more than 8 hours. Working more than 10 hours in an average, you will need to take permissions. You cannot go to office during the weekends. You need to take a permission. Okay, and plus, best part is also is that husband and wife both can take, you know, mother and father both can take up to 3 years of parental leave. Obviously, 6 to 8 months is paid after that, but no hassle of losing the job there. They can come back and they can resume the job as it was. They have no right for them to actually prohibit them or to enter the office. Strict actions can be taken against them. Okay. So yeah, all those best work-life balance you have, lowest youth unemployment rate is there. So highest salaries averages are there. So you have tons of the benefits, So this is when I used to live there. This is the team. Yeah, like German, I was talking to you. We have a very beautiful structured course for all languages, Dutch, German, French. So we will help you gradually, not give you everything bombardedly, so that at least to the interview level, you stand a niche apart from them. Before we used to have a European person, but we saw dialect was an issue for people to comprehend. So we integrated an Indian. So yeah, this is how it is, man. I mean, if you want to know more, we can certainly get in touch with you. I hope this answers you.
Yes, yes, yes,
Cool, man.
yes.
So
Thank you.
do get in touch. Do get in touch. I hope you've taken the screenshot, and then we can
Yeah,
certainly.
I've taken the screenshot.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think Amit, how are you?
Yeah,
Amit,
I'm good, Alok.
yeah, man. I can't see you. I think your
Yeah,
camera. Uh,
just hold on, please. I'm switching on the. Yeah,
hey, Amit, how are you?
yeah, I'm good.
Tell me, Amit, how are you? How's things? What are you into? What is your domain actually?
Alok, I am into the administration field. Okay, I'm in this field from last 20 years. Okay, so I'm working as a senior manager in ICICI Bank right now.
Hmm.
Okay, so
Financial
मुझे just
aspects. Wow.
yeah, So is there any scope for admission and the facilities in the Germany?
Yeah, of course there are. Like if you're an administrative manager, there is, in fact, roles are hugely in demand in Germany, Netherlands, France, and in your case, because you come from the banking domain, not
Right.
your profile, but domain wise, Switzerland would be a right place for you. I mean, you know, you have Swiss Re there, you Swiss Bank there, you have Deutsche Bank in Germany, you know. So
Mhm.
yes, Frankfurt would be the right place as well for you. A lot of open positions out there.
How do we connect one-on-one session?
I just showed that. Okay, let me
Yeah.
show it again, man. Actually, my this
Through the
thing is
WhatsApp
not
only. Through the
working.
WhatsApp
So
only. No, through the WhatsApp only.
yes, please. Yes, please. See, this is the one.
Yeah, yeah. That's the number I have. That's yeah, yeah.
This is the one you try to connect. Okay. You can take,
Okay.
you can, yeah, and we shall certainly. So for this forum, whoever is asking, we'll be putting, arranging and ensuring that you guys get proper one-on-one sessions without any additional cost so that you guys can actually talk to them, understand your profile. Okay. Where you are,
Right.
what is the strength, whether you are the right fit or not to go there, whether you should spend your energy or not. You know, everything you will get to know. And if you need to spend your energy, how long will it take? Which place you should go, what designation you should go with. So all those things will be helping you with that.
That's right. Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you, Ross.
Absolutely. So looking forward to see you, Amit. No problem. We
Sure,
can
sure.
just connect each other.
Same here. Bye. Yeah, same here. Bye.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Vaibhav. How are you, Vaibhav?
Hey, hi, good afternoon. Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
good afternoon. Yeah, I can hear you, but I can't see you, Vaibhav.
Okay. Uh, Actually, I have a few queries.
Yeah, sure.
Based on my research, I joined late actually, so I might have missed, but you may please
Yeah.
guide me.
Sure.
I have heard that for any non-European to get into the EU market, that is highly competitive for the reason that the way you explained that they have to find some local candidate, only then they go after international candidate. But even in that, it becomes quite competitive for a reason that they will first look local candidates, then
Mhm.
EU candidate based in their country, then the international candidates based in EU, and then the candidates based out of the EU. So in that way, it becomes time consuming process and also the competitive. So I'm not sure how true it is, but it is just I read somewhere.
Yeah.
So
So yeah. Tell. You were saying, you were speaking something more.
yeah, so I need to understand and get some insights about this, whether it is true, this is what they follow the structure, and will it become a, and second question is about my career journey. I'm a mechanical engineer. I started my career as a research and development engineer. I spent 8 years into it. And after 8 years, I'm into data science. So again,
Wow.
in that,
Mechanical
uh,
to data science. Great, man. That's a good combination.
and I started 8 years back. So 8 years into mechanical research development, 8 years into data science. I mean, data science, I started 8 years back as an individual contributor and step up the ladder and become a head of the department, right? Now, my question is, which position should I target and which countries would be suitable? Because if I wish to stay in the same management track, so I need guidance
So
in that.
see, if you, I'll answer your second question first, and then I'll move on to the first question.
Okay.
So mechanical engineer, data science. Okay.
Yeah.
If you combine both, mechanical engineer, I know you joined late, so maybe you didn't hear that. Germany is the market for mechanical engineer. Okay. It is the market, hot market. However, if you want data science in Netherlands, you get a lot of roles out there. Okay. Also Luxembourg. But in Germany, Frankfurt and Berlin, there are a lot of pockets of data science people who are getting absorbed from India, hugely in demand. So I think both the segments that you have, you are sitting on a gold mine, I would say right now. It is the right time and the right place to be with these skill sets. I think if you have both as a strength, what's your age, by the way, Above?
38.
So you are on the, threshold. So I would not suggest you to delay much further,
Okay.
because you, like I said earlier also, at one point in time, it's good to have an aged experience, but not delayed so much that they start to kind of look at other candidates. So it's
Mhm.
better to move in. You should have been there at least a year back, but nevertheless, at least try this year to make sure that you get through the position, so that this will be, at least you can enjoy the journey out there, and you can be on a mode of because it's still the only door which is open for is Europe. I don't even see Canada and Australia right now, because your point system will not hold good for them.
Yeah,
So
even
yes,
I'm not looking at those
yeah,
countries
that's
for
fair enough.
multiple reasons, and
Yeah,
I think Europe would be a good place for me,
yes, yes,
considering the opportunities. So,
yes. In
uh,
fact, your candidature is such that we can actually play around a lot with your candidature, especially coming from mechanicals and from the data science point of view. A lot of things
mm,
can be, permutation combinations can be built while we are doing the niche identifications and while we are doing the, corporate avatar segment. So we will sit and we will actually need to evaluate in depth. But coming to your
right.
second question, okay, where we talk about,
I also applied a lot as any other candidate, many
yeah, I
times,
know,
not only on LinkedIn, but
yeah,
many
yeah,
websites which are
many
famous
websites.
in Germany, let us
See,
say.
that's what I was saying. Again, you missed it. That what we do is that we do pockets of things. Some
Mhm.
people will do good resume, some people do good applications, some people will go for job seeker visa, some people will do this, but it's doesn't work in pockets. Okay, like I was giving the
Mhm.
examples of boiling the milk, or you know,
Mhm.
you cannot just put the gas flame on, off, on, off, on, off. It doesn't work. How many
Yeah,
times you can do for a year, it will
yeah,
still not reach a level where you can even dip your finger in it. So you
right.
need to give consistency with the right ingredients, with the right kind of time, with the right upskilling, then you get the
Mm.
result. And that's what we have imbibed into the system. Anyways, coming to availability, okay,
Mhm.
whether they are open to hire, like you said. So you see, they're definitely desperate to hire, as desperate as you are looking for them. So that's the reason job seeker visa came into picture, okay,
Okay.
which we are there. And Netherlands, startup visa has come into picture.
Mhm.
As so you must have gone through this website, Annabin. So once you will come on board, we will do a proper detailed studies on your candidature to see whether you have the right fit, whether the university that you have studied is recognized by European segment or not. Because if it is not, if you don't get an H plus, then there's no use of going forward.
I did check it on German websites. It
Yeah,
is recognized.
lovely. So that's great. And then obviously, if you talk about 1 second, if you talk about yeah, these are the way that will come. And then where to look for, we could look for various job fairs which we have a lot of contacts with. They
Mhm.
also, we keep going, we keep networking, and we keep seeing that they have also a great aspiration of hiring Indians, just because they are bound by this regulation of 1 month. So therefore
Okay.
they have to customize their offer in such a way that they reject and we accept eventually. So either the
Okay.
salary will be low, or the vacation period, or something, because so that they will say, because for Europeans getting a job is not something, it's not a taboo like us. Wow, job is something they work and
Mhm.
they enjoy their life. That's how it is. But you see, there are a lot of trade fairs. You have Netherlands visas, which is there, which is which they have released, and this program
Okay.
has been launched just 4 years, for 4 years. So this is the right place for you to be. And this is for startup visas, wherein they are launching, they are inviting a lot of Indians for permanent resident. The government is making an effort. If the scarcity would not have been there, these kind of things would not have been released.
I
Okay.
get it. Yeah.
Another thing, you see Amsterdam, 9 lakh population, and all top tech hubs, so many
Mhm.
Indians working there. So these are
Mhm.
the top industry companies, as you can see, who are
Yeah.
hiring Indians in
Okay.
Netherlands. I'm just talking in Amsterdam, just one place, one
Okay.
city. I'm not
Mhm.
even talking about the entire Europe.
Okay.
Okay. Then you have UK visa, scale up visa, which is also introduced to hire
Mhm.
people. Then you
Mhm.
have Portugal, who are about to create 193 jobs in the next few months. Portugal being such a small, tiny, they are having so many openings because they are desperate to hire people. Okay. Then you have Austria job seeker visa. Then you have Sweden job seeker visa. So on and so forth. I mean, if the scarcity was not there, brother, then they would not have gone ahead and released it. The scarcity is
Okay.
there. Yes, they are not willing to compromise the quality.
Okay.
Correct? Like in our Indian army, you have scarcity, but they do not go and hire in any and everybody.
Yeah.
Quality has to be maintained, and that
Mm.
we will ensure together that you are upskilled in the way, because you should be the next best candidate to be hired. And to get that next best candidate, you need to follow certain procedure. Simple. All right.
So, just last question.
Yeah, sure.
Shall I first get a job and then land in Europe, or I get a job seeker and then go to Europe?
Good question. Very good question. I
Because
would say go with the first one to be on the surer side. Because see,
okay,
job seeker visa will not be harmful to you. But
right.
what happens, I've seen a lot of people, I have lot of people in our community who have taken the job seeker visa through agencies. I think Y-axis Abhinava, they charge 40-50K or something like that to get you a job seeker visa.
Yeah.
In fact, just day before yesterday, the head of department of Abhinava was also calling me that, but we don't work with agencies. So clarifying it, we are not an agency,
Right.
we are not consultancy. No. And anybody proclaiming and telling you, hey, Vaibhav, we will 100% give you the visa, we will 100% give you the job. Please do
That
not
is
take
scam,
those
yeah.
things, man, because you
Yeah.
all are educated people. You guys should be the last person to fall into these traps. I can understand somebody from the labor class, somebody from the skill, they pay 10-15 lakhs and they get into this scam, but come on, yeah, we are all educated folks, we cannot get into these things. Yes, take support, but take an intelligent way of approaching them. Tell them, okay, show me this thing, how are you going to do, what are the prospectus? Like we say, we have 98% success rate, we have everybody here, we have the procedure, we have the plan in place. So take knowledge, but don't invest on claims, I would say that.
Yeah. No, I normally don't fall for that, because I ask them strong reference.
Yeah,
When they say that,
absolutely.
okay, we have sent a candidate, I ask them, give me a strong
Absolutely.
reference who is working there. They can't.
Even references nowadays, are not something I would believe.
And
Just
I
talk to
had
them, talk
also
to
asked
them. They
couple
should
of
understand.
German folks
Yeah,
that something like this is existing, job seeker visa. They
yeah.
suggested me not to do that, because what if you
No,
don't
no.
land
What if you
a
don't
job?
land? Yeah. See,
Then
there is no
again, you will
loss
be in
to
the
you.
same
Yeah.
position. Yeah.
So now they are relaunching things of renewing the job seeker visa. That is also coming up. So don't worry on that.
Okay.
So don't
Okay.
worry, we have a very strong system. So connect with us, Vaibhav. We can certainly help you
Sure.
out. I'm sure you have taken the screenshot and all that. Sorry, I'm not able to write.
I couldn't. Sorry for that.
No problem. I totally understand. That's completely okay. Let me just share it with you. And then we can go to the next fork.
Okay.
Okay, guys, just take a screenshot of this, please. Those who have not, please, so that we can just move on.
Yeah.
We all take a screenshot. Oh, sorry. Yeah, man. Could you all take a screenshot of this, please? Okay. Aurolinguacareer.com and WhatsApp is 95198 So we will arrange a one-on-one, free one-on-one. So no need to worry about that. Is it this, that, so that you guys can well educate yourself and see whether moving is the right place. And yeah, and also I wanted to show you people who land job in Germany now that we have this place open. This is also one of the questions which came. So I'm answering this. Which place in Germany should we place ourselves? So I would say Frankfurt. Why Frankfurt? Because you see, Frankfurt to France is 2 hours, 3 hours. Okay. Netherlands, you could go. Belgium, you could go. Switzerland, you could go. Austria, Czech Republic, Poland, Hamburg, Denmark. What happens is that go for interviews and come back. Every weekend, you can schedule interviews. Go and come back. Go, come back. So this way, I don't want you to stay at your ease once you reach in Europe. That, I've reached here, now I'm done for. Now I will be, it doesn't work that way. Make a move after 6 months, make a move after 8 months, move ahead to other places. This is what you should do. Okay. And this is what I would want you guys to concentrate. Various cities are there. So centralize yourself somewhere in Frankfurt. And that's the reason which I have told one of my colleague also, she has gone. So initially she went to Poland, but now she moved to Germany. She was in Munich, she moved to Frankfurt, and now she's making her move to Switzerland, which is one of the toughest market, but they're huge paying, highly paying, man, there, high pay. So I can show you the difference in salary also, okay? So for example, okay, let me say operations manager.
But I heard it's also expensive, right? Expensive country.
Which one?
Switzerland?
Of course, of course.
So they have to pay high.
They have to pay high. Huh? So it's like holding a nose like this. So see, average salary in Germany is 50 to 80K. Okay. But if you see in Switzerland, okay, for operation, see, directly.
Mhm.
So you see the jump that it has taken sheerly for that reason. But I'll tell you, the life of quality is great in both the countries. So there's something called Black Forest in the southern region of Germany, which divides Switzerland and that. So many people who live in Switzerland, they cross the border towards the weekend, come buy groceries and go back there. So
हाँ ये मैंने पढ़ा था.
हाँ,
Border
तो
पे रहते हो.
correct, correct. But so they live somewhere here, as you can see. The Stuttgart. Can you see the Stuttgart here?
Yeah.
If you see here, there's somewhere here. So people who live here, people in Switzerland speak French because of the French, this thing. They speak German and they speak Italian. So fortunately for me, I'm able to speak all the three languages. So I managed to survive there. But
Oh.
survival is tough because you need to know language. Definitely. They are more cold than German folks. German are considered to be cold, but they are not. It's a myth. But
Mhm.
Switzerland, the Germans get scared of Swiss people. So, but a lot of Indians there, man, they're doing fantastic role. Fantastic. Lot of
Okay.
Indians. Yes, absolutely. Bankers, mechanicals, IT domain, non-IT. So we Indian, we should not underestimate ourselves. We anyway outperform them. Just we need to crack the interview, and that we will help you with that. Don't worry.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Absolutely,
I will connect
man.
for one-on-one.
Yeah, sure. Definitely. All right, let's take last two questions, guys. Okay, and then we shall have a meeting coming up. So I'll just take last two questions. Amit, we have taken, I think, yeah, Naveen Kumar. Hi, Naveen.
Hi, hello, sir. How are you?
Good, Naveen. I'm doing good. How are you?
Yeah, the session is very good and lovely session, and I can able to see where I'm standing here in how to search for a job and job seeking everything.
Lovely.
It's
Lovely. So,
it's a
like I
very
said, always try to do it yourself, and wherever you need our help, you can come. It's not necessary that we need to work together for you to succeed. Okay. If you find this session interactive and you think, wow, this is going to give you some results, go ahead, try it out, because many people succeed the tricks and tactics that I have shown you. But if you still want us to help you, speed it your process, we are always there to help you.
Yeah, sure, sir. For that one day, I asked one question here,
Yeah.
and also I'm looking for an accountant job. Okay, so. So I searched in a Google that Switzerland and the Netherlands are the two main states that are providing the accountant jobs very high, and that is a very good place to work to. But the problem is the Switzerlands are not taking the direct employees or the
No. Your
from.
approach is wrong. Your approach is wrong. Your approach is wrong. Sorry to cut you short, because let me correct you right here and there. Accountant. Okay.
Yeah.
You are trying in Netherlands, you are saying. Okay.
Yeah.
And this is, I'm just talking about the 1%. Huh? See, 2,700 results for Netherlands. Okay. You can take a note of it. Switzerland. And this I'm just showing in LinkedIn, nowhere else. 621 in Switzerland. Obviously, you are approaching the bottleneck. Okay. Only the creams work there. Yours should be, if you see in Europe, European Union, there are totally 41,000 roles. Now, where you would fit? Let's try one by one. France. Okay. France, there are about 21,000 roles in France. So you see where you should be applying actually.
Yeah, sure.
Now, let's see dark. That's Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. 8,000. So 21 plus 8, approximately 30,000. So out of 40, 30,000 are these two, nowhere near to Netherlands and Switzerland.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
So your targeting country is wrong. And that's the reason you're failing there. So what we will need to do first is identify your niche. When you say accountant, it's again a very generic thing. Specifically what? CA, accounts manager, accounts payable, accounts receivable, what exactly. We need to first see which is the best portfolio for you, and then we will look at the launching of it.
As I said before, I'm a fresher for this field, so that will be junior accountant will be available, but
Yeah.
the position is available is only for the senior accountant, not for the junior accountant. They are asking, expecting that for more than 4 to 5 years of experience is criteria while searching.
Again, your search module is wrong. Just like I corrected your domain, like market, again, you need to rightly search it correctly. And like I said, you are looking again on the top notch shining companies such as Microsoft, Dell, HP, IBM. They have their set protocols. They go with IJP. Obviously, they will try to shun you away with this kind of statements. But you need to approach the right employer in the right frame.
Sure.
No worries. Let's discuss more in depth on this. Okay.
Sure, sir.
All right, Naveen. Thank you. So you just connect and we shall take it forward. Hey, Mohsin. How are you, Mohsin?
Yeah, hi Alok, how are you?
Doing good, Mohsin. How's everything? How's been a Sunday doing to you?
Yeah, we actually doing great. I have so
Yeah.
much valuable session for today.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I want to just come up on like experiences on my past. Okay, I want to update myself. So I
Okay.
had, as you had shown this strategy to find on the LinkedIn. If the main which I had came over the challenge is about there is an opportunity, lots of opportunity, but that people recruiters are looking for somebody who's having more amount of experience for the role, and due to that we have not enough experience to what they are mentioned in the in the job profile. And
Okay.
second thing, like how can we like shortlisted and with this position what they had posted, and I also found that for the same role over on LinkedIn there are many people who had applied for the same role.
Okay.
So like how can we stand out in the crowd, like how can we shortlist it?
See, number one thing to stand out of the crowd is, yes, if you're applying in Europe, number one thing, which is very easy. Okay. Learn a small bit of language, just little bit. Okay. So that at least you can come close to them. I'm not saying to learn so that you can perform those tasks. No, you will never be able to do that way until you spend at least 3 to 4 years of your time. But learn so that you can crack the interview. You can give them a great impression that, this person is actually making effort to come to our country and give the 100%. Number two, work on upskilling yourself. Okay. Whatever you are doing, don't try to widen your knowledge scale. Let me do this also, this also. No, rather than build it up like a pyramid. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So build it up on that. And number three, obviously, connectivity, connections. If you're trying yourself, like if you want to try yourself, these are the things I would suggest you to do it yourself. But if you're part of the academy, then it's normally taken care by the academy, and they do everything until you reach the interview stage and all that. So that's how it goes. But certainly you can give it a try yourself, how things function, what are the various ways, and you'll get to know. Yes, also you can try experimenting with one thing, that is try changing the phone number in your resume and see how quickly the offers you start getting there. But then again, this is just a trial. Do not try to play with that. It could backfire you because it is illegal. It might blacklist you also. So you can just try how things happen. Unless you don't have a professional, obviously don't try this also. But yeah.
Right. And so like I want to make
Yeah.
sure like if what I understand correct.
Yeah.
We have to like understand, we have to upscale and build the network.
Yeah.
But the that the position they had applied, let's say they are looking from someone with 3 years of experience, and in India I found this position with 2 years of experience.
Okay.
So due to that, my profile is not get shortlisted.
See, whenever a position is released, it is not released only for one thing. Okay, one parameter in SMEs. In an SME, for example, we were just talking about an accounts payable person. A person who's an accounts payable also takes care of accounts receivable and cash flow. Okay. Somebody who's in an IT field also takes care of multiple, they overlap each other's roles. So, you learn a lot, you'll be exposed to a lot of things. Even if you're junior, you will upskill. So yes, it is tough to crack those 1 or 2 interviews, but it is not impossible, provided you follow the right way, technique consistently. It is tough, certainly. They would always prefer anybody. If you have a company, wouldn't you want somebody more experienced? Correct, because the payment is not done through experience, but the work hour that you spend almost is neck to neck the same payment that they get there, almost everybody. Okay, so until unless you work in a blue collar role where you get a high pay, but neck to neck it goes the same. So they would want somebody more experienced. Suppose I was doing a hiring of a sales team, okay, and I wanted somebody with the best of experience to come to me. I wouldn't say, okay, I'm ready to hire a fresher. Never I would say that. But it's not that a fresher cannot be recruited, because you would go with your fresh zeal. You will go with your own fresh way of saying that I have come with this streamline, I'm adaptable, I'm moldable. So that also are the factors which they are considering.
Yeah, that's right.
All
So
right.
like in terms of expectation of salary, like HR always ask, like especially in India, what's about last salary? So how to this situation is very, we can't avoid like over the face.
Are you in my WhatsApp group?
Yeah,
Yeah. So see, yesterday I posted on that.
yeah, I read that one.
Yeah, you see, I posted on similar thing. They are not allowed to ask. And next I will post on how to tackle also. If anybody is not, please, I'm texting my WhatsApp group here, guys. You guys can actually go and stick onto the WhatsApp. I've just posted that. All right. So I think yeah, you connect with us because we shall guide you ahead. No worries on that. Okay. Mohsin?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure.
All right.
And also previously I had in touch with you, like for
All right.
if you remember,
Nice.
I am a US tech specialist,
Lovely, lovely, lovely.
right?
Fantastic. So yeah.
So are you also like covered for the US job market?
Yes, we have, but right now I would say best market is the Europe market. So work on this and automatically you guys can move to the US market also. Let's focus step by step. Let's not be everywhere and be nowhere. Okay. Let's go step by step.
All right, all right.
All right, bro. I think, yeah. So I think, yeah, we have taken most of the questions. So great. It was a fantastic afternoon. I'm glad to see so many of you, during the lunch hour, making sure that you guys stay till the end. And to you guys, whoever are staying till the end, we are gonna make the special attention of giving you guys the one-on-one. So feel free to connect and we shall guide you ahead. All right, guys. So I wish you a great afternoon to all of you. And if anybody I have missed out, anybody has not got the opportunity, please reach out to us. We'll do more than everything to answer your queries and questions. I'm just stepping into our next meetings in another 3 minutes. So I would really need to cut it short. Okay. So thank you so much, everybody. And, I wish you guys a great afternoon ahead. I mean, that's what I could say. So enjoy your afternoon, rest of the Sunday, and keep pondering on whatever we have learned here and keep working on this and keep connecting with us. See you. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.